So actually, you know what? Let's make this fun. I'm going to show you, before I go into, talking about this, let me just show you a video, and that kind of tells you a little bit about what we do. Let me know if you can't hear the audio. So I guess it's not recording the system audio. That's all right. What I will just explain to you is that I wanted to show you this video. It would be awesome if we could hear the audio behind it, but basically this is just one type of video that we put on our channel. It's a vlog type video. It is something that we do when we're traveling. We love to film our experiences and showcase just life in general, just what we do. Our channel is mainly a tutorial based channel, so we share our knowledge, what we do. We talk about social media, we talk about making money online, we talk about video editing skills. It's really for creative entrepreneurs and other small business owners who are trying to grow their businesses online. So what we do is release tutorials, share our knowledge, share our experiences. Like that video that I wanted to show you is just like a vlog. It kind of shows our the personal side of things and our adventures. And basically what it comes down to is that we're doing what we love and we're showcasing that. And YouTube is a platform. It's a vehicle for you to share your knowledge and your experiences with the entire world. And we're so fortunate to have access to that platform. What we often tell our YouTube coaching clients is that you want to make your YouTube channel a reflection of who you are, because it's kind of like your baby. You're growing this, and everyone is finding you with different videos. They're landing on your channel through different arms. Like each video that you release is like a little arm out into the internet space, and they're finding that and coming back to your channel. That's your home, and that's what that's your, where you portray your brand, your message, and you want to make it your own. So this is our YouTube channel. It's to get to it, you just go to iamdreamdriven.com if you guys want to check it out. The YouTube channel is called Essetino Artists. So sometimes when we tell that to people, they're not sure how to spell it. So we went out and got an easy domain to remember, I Am Dream Driven. And that's what this channel is all about, is being dream driven, just doing what you love, putting out content that you're proud of, and sharing your knowledge and experiences with others. So what I want to do is two goals out of this presentation is to demonstrate the power of YouTube, first of all, because there's so many other social media platforms out there, and I want to talk about, well, why YouTube? Why is it powerful? And then to give you some specific strategies for growing your audience on YouTube. Now, to tell you a little bit about who I am and where I come from, I came from a very studious background. In the home that I grew up in, the approved careers of choice was engineer, doctor, and lawyer. So I went to the University of British Columbia, and I was taking all of these prerequisites to go to med school. I was taking all these sciences. I was always very much into the arts and crafts, creative stuff. But this is kind of, the path that, when you're young, you don't really know what you want to do. You just follow along with what other people tell you is a good idea. And I had, very good grades. I was a very good student. So I was taking courses to go to med school. I actually took the MCAT twice, which is the medical admissions exam to get into med school. And I didn't, my marks weren't competitive enough. So at the end of all of those years of schooling, at the end, when I came to when I was graduating University of British Columbia, I actually graduated with a degree in psychology because I was taking a lot of psych courses, which I really enjoyed. I just didn't know what to do, because after so many years of schooling, it's like, okay, well, now what? all I knew was textbooks, studying for exams. And, you know, it's like, okay, well, life is supposed to begin now, but what now, you know? And what I ended up doing was just working at an office job, which kind of made a use of my psychology degree, because it was an employment family assistance program company. So it was a company that provided counseling services, mental health services to employees of other companies. So I was working in that office building, and just, you know, it was like, it's just a routine that you get into. It was just a job, and I really didn't know what to do. But in the first couple of years of working in that job, I realized, you know, medicine is not something I wanted to do. I get excited, other things excite me. You know, design excites me, music excites me, all of these things that I never really realized could be an actual thing that you do with your life. At the same time, you know, Jewel was studying. Jewel is my business partner, by the way. She was going to be on this call, but she wasn't feeling well today. So she was supposed to be a nurse. So the Filipino nurse, right? The stereotype holds. And she also was not happy with that. We actually met in high school, and became good friends after high school. So we kind of saw this journey that was happening in parallel with each other. And she found the book, The Secret. So one day she found the book, The Secret. I don't know if you guys are familiar with that book. Yes, awesome. Well, it's a powerful one, right? It's something that really affected her and changed, like opened her eyes to a whole new perspective. She recommended it to me. I read it, and it was like sunglasses were being removed off of your eyes, and you can finally see the world in color now. Because prior to that, you know, we felt like we were living in a world where it's like a scripted life and things were happening to us, but The Secret put us in the driver's seat, gave us the power, and say, no, you create your world. Whatever you think, whatever you do, it affects your outcomes and your life and what happens to you. And in that way, you can mold and design your world. You can decide what kind of life you want to live. So that was really inspiring, that book. And we actually started to attract certain opportunities. Jewel, you know, after reading that book, she realized, you know, she wants to be an entrepreneur. She's always kind of had that dream, but didn't know how to go about it. And because I knew about that, you know, I heard at my job that one of my coworkers actually invited me to a networking business group. And I thought she was trying to pitch me or sell me or something, but I'm like, she was explaining, no, it's just, you know, like a meetup, a hangout, so can join us. And I knew nothing about business or was not interested in business, but I knew Jewel was. So I was like, okay, let's all go. In that business networking meeting, again, introduced to a whole new way, a whole new perspective of life. That's why networking groups like this, like what you guys have here, is just so, so valuable, because it's so easy to, especially as an entrepreneur, to get stuck in tunnel vision and just continue doing the same thing over and over again. But when you hear new ideas, new perspectives, like we did at this meeting, you know, we were introduced to other successful entrepreneurs who had their own businesses, and who were creating something exciting. And we just started to absorb all of this stuff, all of this knowledge. We read all of the, you know, we heard about what books they read. We started reading all of those books. We learned about, you know, we tried to absorb all of the information we could about social media, creating your business, you know, like mindset, a lot about mindset as well. And just kind of this ball of energy, of excitement was growing in us, and it grew bigger and bigger. And we, you know, we eventually, like, we decided, okay, I'm not going to go into med school. I'm not going to become a doctor. It's not what I wanted to do. out of that, I really realized I love music, and I love being around other creative entrepreneurs. That really excites me. So everything changed after that. You know, we started to do more of what we love. I released my first album. I was more in the recording studio. I actually got to go on a national tour across Canada, from Victoria, one end of Canada, all the way to the other, Halifax. We hit up 12 cities in 14 days. It was one show right after the other. It was so exciting and a dream come true. And I was filming more music videos. And all of this was kind of happening at the same time that I needed to learn how to build my own audience. I needed to tell people that, showcase my talents with other people and sing on video and that kind of thing. So everything here we learned on our own, how to start a channel and how to promote ourselves and all this stuff. And from having that channel for my music, other artists were starting to see this, and they're like, hey, this is, how do you do that? We want this. And we started then helping other artists. In fact, the label that I was a part of for my music actually asked us to be social media experts on their label and to help other artists with this kind of thing, with online promotion. So from that, we started building websites for artists. We started, and that's how Essetino Artists started. We started, helping other people with YouTube and other social media platforms as well, and really just sharing our knowledge with other people. So alongside this, we started also our business channel and just started putting tutorials out on Essetino Artists, helping other creative entrepreneurs. And YouTube is so powerful. It really is incredible what it can do for you just by putting yourself out there and sharing your knowledge. I don't have a full-time job. This is what I do full-time. I'm on YouTube full-time, and we do coaching, and I do design services and that kind of thing. And I feel so fortunate every day, that we could go, traveling whenever we want to. We take 5 trips a year, a lot of trips. We love to travel. And alongside of that, we're always filming everything we do. I go to conferences. This is Seth Godin here. I got to meet Seth Godin and actually interview Daniel Laporte on the channel. It's all because of the audience. People are seeing that you have an influence on other people, and they want to be a part of that. They want to learn how you're going to, how you're impacting people. And that's what I truly believe. And I truly believe in the power of YouTube is when you're growing an audience, you're growing yourself. It's like a learning process as well as impacting other people at the same time. This is Udemy is I'm not sure if you guys are familiar. It's an online learning platform where you can take courses online and learn at your own pace. When Udemy saw that we were releasing these tutorials on our YouTube channel, they said, hey, why don't you guys create a course on our platform and share that course with our audience. They invited us to the headquarters in San Francisco, and we have released several courses since then on Udemy. And that kind of ties into, what we do. What does the YouTube channel feed into? Because yes, we teach about all these different things, but it also feeds into what services we provide, like our online courses, like our one-on-one coaching, and our graphic design services. This is a really cool thing too. Rhonda actually saw a video that Jewel released on the channel. She actually shared her story on our channel about how The Secret impacted her life. And Rhonda's team found that video and they watched it and they actually shared it with Rhonda. And she actually sent her new book to Jewel with this personal note saying, I hope this book inspires you to the next level of what's possible. She actually, when Jewel opened this, it was like, she was pretty emotional. It was very, very inspiring and impacted her quite a bit because this book has been such a massive shift in her life. She filmed herself opening this book and reading this note, and it's pretty incredible. So, you know, while we were doing all of this stuff with YouTube, this was a few years ago. You know, Facebook was out, Twitter, Pinterest. I mean, it's still out, but I mean, like, it was the mentality to always have to be on all of those platforms at once. And sometimes today I still feel like, you know, that's what people feel like they need to be. They need to be on like every single social media platform. But when we did that, you know, when we tried to be on all of these different things, we actually didn't have much of an impact on any of the social platforms because we were spreading ourselves too thin. You know, there's just so much that you need to do to take care of that audience on Facebook, to take care of your audience on Twitter, on YouTube. There's a lot of effort that goes into growing your audience on every single social media platform, that if you try to do everything at once and you don't have the resources like the team and other people to help you to do that, then it can really not amount to anything at all. So you need to focus your energy. And this is advice that someone gave to me, one of my mentors gave to me, is simplify to amplify. And when we were looking at what was working, video was so powerful and is still powerful. YouTube has created more of an impact for us, and we took that and ran with it. So if you went to our Facebook page or Twitter or anything, you'll see we're not really very active on those social media platforms. We have a profile up, but you know, in order to really grow your audience well and to do it on a consistent basis, focus all of your energy on the platform that works, where your audience is, and just, you know, give everything you can on that platform. So with that being said, I want to share some strategies that actually, when we implemented these things, when we were growing our channel, actually amounted to 700%, over 700% in growth. We have been on YouTube since 2011, but we didn't really take it seriously till 2015. And I'll show you the timeline here so you can see those numbers. So from 2011 to 2014, we were just like, oh, YouTube, new platform, okay, let's get on it. Let's create a profile and throw some videos up here and there randomly, right? Like some people do on like Facebook as well, just throwing up posts here and there. In that 3-year period, we accumulated a whopping 300 subscribers. Now it's, you know, it's something that we just didn't really pay attention to, and it was 2015 where we started to get a little bit more momentum. It was because towards the end, you know, we were like, I guess we were releasing a little bit more videos than normal, and we were getting more views and that kind of thing. So we saw we got 500 subscribers by 2015, and we're like, oh, okay, something is working here. You know, it's even with like a few random videos here and there, we're getting subscribers, which getting a subscriber, by the way, is feedback. It's telling you that, you know, people want more. So Jewel noticed this, because every time we would get a subscriber, we got an email notification. And so Jewel noticed this and was like, hey, what if we actually paid more attention to our channel? So we started to release, you know, instead of going randomly, we started to release about 2 to 3 videos a week on our channel, and just, you know, about anything. We didn't really have themes or a publishing schedule or anything. We just randomly threw up 2 to 3 videos a week. And August doubled the subscribers. So we went from 500 to 1,000 in August. Now, towards the end of 2015, we got an email from YouTube We thought it was fake at first because who gets an email from YouTube? But in the email, she was actually saying, you know, you can check me out. Here are my links. This is real. Turns out that YouTube actually, they were reaching out to us because they noticed that our channel was growing exponentially, and they wanted to offer us a set of 3 calls, 3 coaching calls with someone at YouTube. And so we obviously took that. We were very, very grateful. And what in those calls, you know, we were explaining to her name is Mary. We were explaining to Mary what we were doing on our YouTube channel. We just wanted to share our knowledge with other entrepreneurs about how we make money online, social media, video editing, all this kind of stuff that we're learning. And she's like, okay, you need to set a publishing schedule. You need to have, you need to know what you're going to be teaching on certain days. So you need to have themes for your days and certain topics for your days. And you need to be consistent with your uploading. So consistent and frequent publishing schedule is what she really hammered in. And we're like, okay, we're gonna take this and run. We're gonna amplify this, right? So we did that, and we upped it from two to 3 videos a week. We went to 4 to 5 videos a week. You know, you don't have to release that many videos a week to create a successful channel. It's just the fact that we had so many things to share that we wanted to do that. We wanted to amplify it, and we could. You know, if you're only able to release 1 video a week, then that's fine, but make sure it's 1 video every single week, whatever's realistic for you. So that's what she was explaining to us. And what we were doing is we wanted to amplify it, and we set certain themes to each day, which I will talk about in a second. And we saw results, right? In less than a year, again, doubled it, and it just kept growing. And today, or you know, earlier in June, we celebrated our 20,000 subscribers milestone, which was, thank you, I see a little silent applause there. And it was absolutely incredible to see what just comes out of consistent work and just sharing your knowledge with other people. So what did we do differently, right? What did we do to make it grow? So number 1, this is what she was talking to us about. Have a consistent and frequent video publishing schedule. So that means identifying how many videos first that you can release on a consistent and frequent basis, on a week-to-week basis, and sticking to that, you know, no matter what. If it's 1 a week, do it. If it's 2 a week, do it. I've actually, I've worked with some clients who can't even do 1 a week, so they set out to start with 1 every 2 weeks. Fine, just if whatever you can commit to, do it. And you can always add on later, but start with something that you can consistently commit to, because YouTube values highly active channels and a consistent basis. So the more that you tell YouTube with every single piece of content, with every video that you release, that you are an active channel and that you're here to stay because you consistently keep pumping out content, then the more, the more they will show you to other people and give you priority over other channels. The second part of that is having a theme for each day. So ask yourself, what categories can you break your business down into? You know, if it's if you are in the health industry, maybe you want to focus a day on nutrition and you want to have a day on fitness, or even go even more specific than that. You know, whatever it is, break it down into certain categories and set a theme for that day. So let's say you can do 2 videos a week. You want to pick a day, let's say Monday, for nutrition videos to come out, and let's say Thursday for your fitness videos to come out. I'll show you what we do on what our publishing schedule is on our channel. So our publishing schedule is Monday to Thursday and sometimes Friday. So Mondays is all about make that money Mondays, right? So it's all about teaching other people how we make the different ways that we make money online. It's not just through our YouTube channel and ads, it's also through other platforms that we do, like our courses and selling on Etsy and that kind of thing. So we teach other people how to do that. Tuesdays is social media and Biz Tips Tuesdays. So we are constantly learning about social media with YouTube, especially. This has actually been turned into a YouTube Tuesdays day, but we talk about social media, we talk about business tips. I've recently been releasing videos on this day to do with my design work, just showcasing other instructors and online educators how to design their own worksheets and media kits and that kind of thing. So that's Tuesdays. Wednesdays is all about video editing, video in general, video production. Jewel is a whiz at Camtasia, which is a video editing software that we've used for years, and we love it so much. It's not as intimidating as Final Cut Pro or anything like that, but it's not too simple like Movie Maker or something like that. You can do a lot with it. So there's a ton of tutorials in there about video editing. And mindset is the other element to our business that we feel is really super important. So we release blogs, discussions, interviews, that kind of thing on Mind Thrive Thursdays. And every once in a while, dream-driven episodes come out on Fridays. So we have this set publishing schedule, and it actually makes it a lot easier to brainstorm ideas, to brainstorm ideas for what it is that you want to talk about in each video. Because then you can just, you narrow that brainstorming space into, okay, what can I talk about that's to do with video editing right now? Because I need a video for Wednesday. And then it's just easier to come up with those ideas. So have a theme for each day. And what really helps with producing on a consistent and frequent basis is batching your production. So that means filming all of your videos in one day. And maybe, filming all of your videos, let's say for the entire month in one day. If you're releasing one video a week, then you can film 4 videos in one day and have yourself set up, and then just kind of schedule each one to come out on a week-to-week basis. It's not just batching your filming, but it's also batching your editing, batching your ideas, your brainstorming. We have a system. We have this down to a system, and that's how we are able to release so many videos a week, is that for me on Fridays, I come up with, I plan out what videos I'm going to be filming. So on Fridays, I plan out my 4 videos that I will be filming on Monday or Tuesday. Monday or Tuesday is my filming day. So I plan out all of my outlines. For me, in the beginning, I did need a script, a full script and that kind of thing. Kind of little OCD with the planning sometimes. But the outline now really, really helps me. I just need an outline to organize my thoughts, and then I can look at that outline and speak while I'm on video. So I batch that idea brainstorming on Friday, and then on Monday and Tuesday, I just get in front of the camera, film all of my 4 videos, and then Jewel actually edits all of our videos on our channel. So I pass it off to her. She edits all 4 videos, and then we schedule them. So that's how we're able to stay consistent. Because if we were, trying to, we need to get a video out on Wednesday, so we're scrambling to film it and edit it, it's not going to happen, right? And it's too stressful too, because life happens, things come up, you have other priorities. Your YouTube channel is always going to get shafted if you do things like that last minute. So this is the main thing. This is foundation in terms of growing your audience, is consistent and frequent video publishing schedule. The second thing is high quality content. So don't only think about quantity in terms of releasing videos, but really having high quality content. There are a ton of videos out there on YouTube, and you want to be able to stand out. So give a ton of free value. You know, don't hold back. When we're teaching something on our channel, we go into minute detail, like really simplified detail about how to do it, how to show someone how to do this on screen, that kind of thing. We really think about what would be most helpful to them and come at it from that space. Being authentic. There are going to be a lot of other people on YouTube who do what you do. So a lot of other network marketers, a lot of other accountants, a lot of other florists, that kind of thing. And what will really make you stand out from them is your own personality, your own style of speech, and you know, your own unique message. So be authentic, just be who you are. I know it's like, you know, it's been said so many times, but sometimes people feel like they need to put on this persona when they get in front of the camera. But you don't. Just be authentic, be yourself, and keep your audience engaged with different types of content. So try to kind of vary the content on your channel. For us, you know, we put these, this is kind of like how we can categorize the different types of content that we release on our channel. Inspiring is, you know, sometimes for our mindset or our Mind Thrive Thursday videos, we'll talk about, you know, we'll talk about a story that we heard, or we'll talk about what we learned at a conference. We'll interview somebody. That's another thing, is interviewing other experts in your field and using that as a video on your channel is really great. It kind of leverages their audience. At the same time, it gives a new, again, that new perspective to your audience. Educational is, you know, what our channel is all about. We're always teaching on our channel. Entertaining, it doesn't have to be like pranks or anything like that. And entertaining just basically means, you know, having like showing the fun side of things. For us, it's, you know, showcasing our adventures, and, you know, we put it into this like fun produced video called a Dream Driven episode. So for that, that's an entertaining piece of content on our channel. Personal stuff, like that video I was sharing with you, how Jewel was talking about her story with The Secret and how it impacted her life. Give people those pieces of content that will really connect with who you are. That's how a connection is built. I mean, you're on video, so it's almost like you are sitting in front of that person, and you want to really connect with them and speak to them directly. Promotional content is another thing. So if you have a new piece of, you know, a new product or a service coming out, you can also use your YouTube channel as a platform to launch that or to announce it. Now, 80 to 90% of the time should be just giving a ton of free value, and look at it as a journey. You know, you're not using, or you shouldn't come at having a YouTube channel from a sense of like, oh, this is going to be a platform for me to sell. It turns into that by default, but only once you really connect with your audience and have it's like the freemium model, right? Just giving a ton of free value, and that trickles into everything else. The third thing that we really got good at is search engine optimization and understanding how to rank your videos in the search engine. Most of our traffic, I would say about 70% of our traffic, is organic, meaning people just find our videos on Google and on YouTube, in the YouTube search engines. This is a more sustainable way of, you know, constantly getting more people to watch your videos, because you're playing YouTube's game, you're playing Google's game by really understanding how to write your titles in the right way, how to do your tags, how to do the description. all of this stuff, you know, goes into telling YouTube that, hey, this video should be categorized as this particular thing. So when someone types it into the search engines, we're going to bring this video up. So that was a big thing that really helped us grow our channel, is understanding how to rank our videos in search engine optimization. That's a whole nother hour, or actually more, of a lesson. It's a lot to understand. You need to find, you know, your main keyword phrase. You need to do your research to find a main keyword phrase that you're going to optimize that particular video for. So learning about that is really key. And we actually use a tool called TubeBuddy. It's an extension that you can, it's like a Chrome extension that you can add onto your channel. And it has a tool that, the keyword tool, where you can do your research directly on there, and it will tell you whether that keyword phrase is good to rank for, meaning it will gauge how much competition there's already out there for how many videos are how many videos are created on that. And it will also gauge the demand, so how many people are searching for it, and will give you that, it'll show you if it's in the sweet spot or not of high demand but low competition, and that's what you want. The other thing that we were doing is being responsive. So every time we received a comment on our videos, it's a two-way street, right? Social media is a two-way street. It's not like a one-way where you're just posting and set it and forget it. You need to engage, and we were always responding to our comments. Now it's a little bit hard because we get so many comments, but we still set aside a certain amount of time every week to respond to comments. But in the beginning, it's super, super important. You know, you want to respond and ask your audience questions and just get to know them, because they are the ones who are supporting you. And you want to also ask them outright, you know, what is it that you want to see on the channel? So anytime, you know, you see a comment, you know, ask that question. Is there anything else that you'd like to learn, or what else can I create a video on you for? So we incorporated a lot of feedback from our audience. Whenever we got a question, we would create a video on it, again, incorporating feedback and sharing that. We also would look at our analytics. This is another way of being responsive, is the numbers, the analytics are telling you what people like. So they're telling you what your most watched videos are, your most liked videos, all that kind of stuff. That's feedback to us and tells us to do more of what's working. So being responsive was also something that, that really helped us grow. And the other thing is giving call to actions. So you need to tell people what to do. If you want them to subscribe, you need to ask them for the subscribe. If you want them to watch another video, you need to tell them that. You know, we actually created a catchy outro on our channel that kind of, it gives people the call to action to subscribe, but at the same time gives people that fun energy that we want them to have. We want them to feel good after watching one of our videos. And it's too bad that you can't hear the audio, because I wanted to share it with you, but you can at least see it, and it's really fun. So I'll just play it. This is just the end of one of my videos. So this is the outro that we put, and you can't hear it, but there's super fun, like kind of techno music happening, and we're just, you know, bopping around, dancing, having fun. It makes more sense when you hear the music, but it's like, it's fun, right? And we're telling people to subscribe, and gives that kind of like good feeling that we want them to have. So think of how you can create a call to action at the end of your videos that tells people to subscribe, but at the same time is a reflection of your brand. When you're first starting out, you know, you don't have to kind of go into all of this complication of creating like a catchy outro or anything. When you're first starting out, you can just ask people in your videos to subscribe. But you know, if you do have something like that, when we implemented that, it was something that we saw really help get more subscribers on our channel. We also put it in the description as well. We say it in the video, we put the call to action in the description, we put a link. Even though there's a button to subscribe to your channel right underneath your video, people still happen to click on the link in the description to subscribe to the channel. It's really interesting. I don't know if it's because like after they're reading a certain part in the description, they decide they want to subscribe, but put that call to action everywhere so you catch that desire to subscribe whenever it arises. And YouTube, you know, subscribers and that kind of thing was really important in the past few years, but now YouTube is very much placing emphasis on watch time. So even more than subscribers is that you want to increase the watch time on your channel, which means how long people spend on watching your videos on your channel. So for this reason, we always link to related videos in our descriptions, and at the end of the videos, sometimes when you watch a YouTube video, you'll notice like a little card kind of pops up, and it's a link to another video on that person's channel. They are specifically telling you like, hey, if you watch this video, you might like this one that's also related. And again, it just leads them back into like watching more videos on your channel. So it adds to watch time. And that is something that YouTube really likes in terms of, again, adding more juice to your channel. So SEO juice is what I mean, like helping you rank in the search engines. So that's another thing. And more recently, doing more live videos. So that timeline that I showed you, you know, of the years back then, we weren't doing any live. I don't remember when like live video became a big thing, but it was in more recent years, and that's when we started implementing it. And YouTube really loves live videos. So if you can incorporate a live video on your channel, you can maybe start with once in a while, but then maybe try to do it on an ongoing basis. That will really help your channel as well. We went to a meetup recently, a YouTubers meetup here in Vancouver. It's held by Steve Dotto, and Steve Dotto is quite an influencer on YouTube. He reviews tech products. And he was saying how he went to this bigger conference for YouTubers, and they were doing, this one guy was doing an experiment with how live impacted his channel. He actually took it all the way and, you know, did set to do a 4-hour live stream every Saturday morning. I'm not doing a 4-hour live stream, but, you know, he took it to the extreme, and it was just like, everyone was really amazed at the results that happened to his channel. He grew like crazy. And, you know, the conclusion of that is don't do 4 hours, but do what you can manage to do on an ongoing basis. So Jewel and I are now implementing 30-minute to 1-hour live every week. Just, we're still trying to figure out, you know, if there's a certain topic that we're going to talk about. We're kind of, again, getting feedback from our audience to see what they like. We did like a Q&A one time. We talked about the topic of quitting your day job to become a YouTuber. That was another live that we did last week. This week is going to be something different. So live video also really helps. And it's not just about, you know, giving more juice to your channel, it's or growing it in that way. It's also about connecting with your audience. So people are going to find you more often when you're doing a live video. When you're doing live on a certain topic and someone searches that topic, your video takes priority and goes to the top and shows that that you are live. So it's kind of like a tagged thing where it gives your video priority, and that way people can click on it and come to your channel and discover what you're about. So it really gives you an opportunity to be discovered that way. So all of these things, SEO, quality content, a consistent publishing schedule, being responsive, giving call to actions, doing more live video, you know, incorporating all of that into your YouTube channel really, really helps to grow your audience on the channel. and that just feeds into your business. There are other things I can talk about in terms of how that monetizes, you know, how do we make money? There's so many different ways. It's, you know, like it can be from ads, it can be from selling services and products, just linking to that in the description. It can be through affiliate stuff. So sometimes we talk about certain products or online tools and that kind of thing, and we put our affiliate link in the description, and people go ahead and purchase it, and we make a commission off of it. There's so many different ways that I could talk about, but ultimately, like, if for the scope of this presentation in terms of growing an audience on YouTube, these things will really, really help you grow your audience, and that will trickle down into your business. So what I wanted to do is to offer you to take a beginner's YouTube course that we have up on Skillshare for free if you want to, if you like to. It's really about how to start your channel, so how to set it up, and how to you know, do the banner, how to create your profile, how to get verified. I think I have it open here so you can see. Yeah, so personalizing your channel layout, and, you know, talking about, I give a little bit about SEO, like it's a sort of a SEO basics, I would say, in this particular course, because it's like an entire course in itself. So you can learn about SEO basics here, how to find your main keyword phrase, that kind of thing, what filming equipment we use, all that kind of stuff. Uploading videos, how to upload a video. So if you are interested in starting up your YouTube channel, I would be happy to share this with you. It's all you need to do is just go to that link. It's Skillshare is another online learning platform. So it's basically our course on Skillshare, and you'll get 2 months free access to the course. And yeah, that's all. If you'd like to continue your learning, I also, like I said, do one-on-one YouTube coaching, so I'd be absolutely happy to help. You can email me directly, and yeah, we'd be happy to help. Thank you so much for your time, guys.
Thank you very much. So I know, I'm guessing Melissa might have a question.
I don't know if, I can't hear you, hold on.
No worries. You're right. Thanks so much for sharing all that amazing.
I just stopped sharing my screen. Are you still muted, Leanne?
No.
No?
Can you hear me?
Oh, okay, there we go. Yes, I can hear you
me now. Okay, so Melissa?
Yeah, so, or what would you say was the single one, like what was your single catalyst for audience growth? And I guess what I'm getting at is organic versus PPC, you know?
Yeah, so it was doing that consistent publishing schedule. It was releasing it on a consistent basis, because, you know, if you're doing one, you know, once in a while posting up a video, and 3 weeks later you post another one, you're essentially creating a TV show, right? If you were watching your favorite TV show and you knew it was going to come out at 8 p.m. on Tuesday, and it doesn't come out on 8 p.m., you'd be pretty ticked off, right? Like you would wonder if the next week it would do the same thing, and that kind of thing. So you need to set those days and stick to them. So that is the single most thing, and that's what we teach to our clients, is that that's the foundation. If you don't have that, then SEO and call to actions and all this other stuff doesn't matter.
So would you say understanding, you know, proper SEO for your videos is probably part of your, you know, your initial setup, because you want organic videos to optimize? Yes.
So so once you have that foundation set first, SEO comes next. Like the SEO and obtaining organic growth is the more sustainable method, I would say, to continuing to get people to come to you and to grow your audience. You can run ads. We have run ads like here and there, but again, it's like growth spurt and then back down, right? And it's something that YouTube is a long-term game, And so it's something that you want to consistently be able to do. SEO is something you want to consistently be able to do, and just continue pumping that out with every single video. And that's how we trickle in our audiences from the search engines.
Okay. Have you extended your reach with like Facebook and Instagram?
Like I said, to be honest, like if you went to our Facebook page, it's not as active. And on Instagram, our Instagram is more of like our personal accounts. So we showcase more of our personal lives on our Instagram. And every so often, we'll have people reaching out to us on there, or on LinkedIn, or, on other platforms. But YouTube is our main hub in terms of growing an audience. And we really found that it's the most effective for us. We used to post quite often on Facebook, but ever since like the whole changes with Facebook and them not really showing the posts to the people who liked your page, and having to always boost your posts and that kind of thing, it's almost like you put in this effort to grow your audience and they're not seeing your stuff. It's like you might as well go and do an email list, right? Because they're going to get your email if you send it out. If you're going to post on Facebook, they're not going to necessarily see your stuff. So yeah, with YouTube, we just felt like we had more of a sense of control, and it also works in our favor. People are telling us that they like it. So yeah.
I really thank you very much for your presentation, because I really have heard that video is really increasingly the way people are going. Just visually, people connect better. And so, just to kind of see the behind mechanisms of how you guys were very strategic once you decided this was the platform, and how you were strategic in growing it. And 20,000 subscribers, that's awesome. And to see the growth in such a short period of time. So obviously.
That's something that, we also keep hearing from other big YouTubers, is that the more you grow, the more you grow. It's like a snowball effect. And, once you start building that audience, it takes less amount of time to continue reaching more subscribers. It becomes like a magnet, as long as you continue to, provide value and do all of those things that I talked about on your channel. Yeah.
Well, I know this is something I've personally thought of to look at, and so you've intrigued me. I don't know, Melissa, I know maybe, I could see as she's talking stuff for you as well.
No, that was super helpful, because, we have a health business, and so we're very much, we have to be out there talking. So I appreciate that we have to get online and do that. And it's a confidence thing. That's what I was telling Leanne. It's really a confidence thing.
Yeah.
There's a system, right? There's an outline, there's a framework.
Yeah, and I mean, that is something that I also struggled with. I mean, everyone, like a lot of the people that we work with, this is what they struggle with, is getting on camera. And it's just something that, you have to think of it from your audience's perspective, because if you think of it from your perspective, then you start to get in your head and you're like, oh my God, okay, I have to figure out what I'm going to say, and I need to say it the right way so that the message comes across in a easy to understand way. And, I don't want to mess up on my words and this and that. But as soon as you flip that perspective and start to think about your audience, the person that's watching your video, if you don't create that video, you're robbing them of that piece of information that they could have learned. And for me, that helps, because when I take myself out of the equation and think of it from their perspective, I'm doing this for them. It's not about me. I'm doing this for them. And so I'm just going to sit down and like do it, right? Just suck it up and do it. And yeah, in the beginning it was a struggle, but you just, with the more you keep doing it, the easier it gets, for sure. And what also helps too is, for video editing purposes, we do what's called jump cut editing, which is where you sit in front of the camera and you talk, and then you pause, and then you can look at your notes, gather your thoughts, look back at the camera, and then talk again. And then when you go to edit it, you can cut, you cut that dead space, And it's actually, it's good. Like instead of having one long video that just keeps rolling and putting that out on YouTube, the jump cut editing kind of switches things up a bit. So it's good in terms of attention. So it helps you in terms of speaking on camera, but at the same time, it's good in the production of the video when the viewer watches it. So that's another thing that helps, yeah.
Carol, did you have any questions? I know you're going to want to be on video all the time.
Oh yeah, sign me up. Yeah, it's interesting. I find it quite daunting, to be honest. I can't imagine doing anything like that on such a regular basis. So well done.
Thank you. I was gonna say, you know, it really just it starts with step one. With anything, it just starts with step one and it grows. You know, we didn't know that we were going to end up releasing 4 to 6 videos a week on our channel and making this our life. Like, no, we didn't know that. It really just starts with that first video that you release on your channel. And when we work with our clients, we always help them focus all of their energy into that first thing, into planning your first video step by step. You know, what are you going to use to film? What are you going to use to take down for notes and write down your notes and your ideas? And where are you going to be when you film it? Like really breaking it down to the basics so that it doesn't become daunting. It kind of takes away all of the mystery about how this came to be. Because as soon as you put, you know, you identify all of those missing pieces, it just becomes easier. And then baby steps, right? You released your first video and then you just focus on the next one. And it is an effort. I'm not gonna lie, it's not easy. It's a long-term effort. It's a consistent, ongoing thing, but it has its rewards, and it really allows us to connect with our audience on video.
Back from the dead.